How to start a club. Starting a club can be a challenge in the beginning, but the result is often rewarding. Clubs are a great way to explore your interests, meet new people, and develop your talents. Whether you are in high school, college, or simply want to engage your community, you'll need to organize some things before diving in. Come up with a good theme and work out important logistical details. Once you are ready to start, remember to be consistent and have fun. Method 1. Coming up with a theme. 1. Brainstorm. Before you start your club, you'll have to pick a theme. What is your club about? Take some time to brainstorm and come up with a list of possible topics. Spies, princesses, geeks, pop stars? Remember to think about your club's purpose. Do you simply want to discuss a topic with like-minded people, or are you putting a plan into action? 2. Choose something you are excited about. After you've brainstormed, choose an idea that you are truly interested in. Starting the club and keeping it running may turn out to be a lot of work for you, so you'll want to focus on something that you enjoy. Consider creating a short mission statement that explains exactly what the club is all about. That way you can go to your statement when you are wrapped up in the excitement of explaining it to your friends. For example, Treble Club is a group of high school students that are dedicated to arranging and performing pop songs from the 1990s to the present. 3. Gauge the level of interest in your club. By nature, a club is a group activity with a certain number of participants. Talk to your friends, acquaintances, and other people in your community about your ideas. Ask them if they would be interested in participation and membership. If no one seems interested, try reaching a bit further out of your network. For example, you may have only spoken to your class or your schoolmates. Try reaching out to older or younger students, or contact other schools in the area. Consider adjusting your idea if you can't find any members. After several conversations, you should have a better sense of what would be interesting to your peers. Method 2. Organizing logistics. 1. Get permission. If you plan to run your club at your school or university, you will need permission from the administration. Talk to your principal or student council about the rules for starting a club. Not all clubs are run in schools, so you may have to check with other local authorities. If you are under 18, however, you should still check in with your parents, as they may end up supervising events or lending space in your house for meetings. Some clubs require paperwork, a minimum number of participants, a teacher advisor, and so on. Check all the fine details, and make sure your club fits the criteria. 2. Come up with a good name for the club. Think of an inviting or appropriate name for your club. Try using a funny play on words that fit your theme. Alternatively, simply use a name that accurately describes what you do. You can ask your friends in the club to help you with this. 3. Find a meeting spot. Some clubs require a special facility or equipment, while others simply need a small room. Think about what kind of space is necessary for the things you plan to do. Depending on your club, the location for your meetings may need to be determined early on so that you can reserve your space. Talk to the person who is in charge of the space you plan to use, and get their permission before holding meetings. For example, a club dedicated to playing electronic music will probably require instruments, synthesizers, and a soundproof room. A club dedicated to discussing sports magazine articles, on the other hand, may not require a consistent meeting place at all. 4. Create a schedule for your meetings. Decide how often, and for how long your club needs to meet to be productive. Weekly or monthly meetings are common, but it really depends on the club. Remember to consult with group members and consider their schedules when you decide on your meeting dates and times. You want everyone to show up. A writer's club, for example, may only meet once a month because of the time it takes to write enough material to share at the meeting. A stretching club may meet once or twice a week since exercise needs to be consistent to show progress. 5. Create a basic structure for your meetings. Decide on what you will actually do when your club meets. Maybe you will bring in a guest presenter, or maybe each member has to bring something to share with the group. Remember to think about who will run any discussions and make announcements. 6. Advertise. Put up posters around your school or neighborhood to attract new members. Include when and where your club will meet. Add attention, grabbing words or images to build excitement and interest. Place your flyers in strategic places. If your club meets at school, put up flyers in the bathroom stalls, hallways, and classroom doors. Get permission from teachers and administrators before you put up flyers. If your club is open to the public, put up flyers in places that prospective members will see them. If you are starting a cooking club, for example, ask to put up flyers at local restaurants and markets. Method 3. Running the club. 1. Determine roles. Most clubs have elected leaders or officers. Your club may or may not need more authority than just one leader. It helps, however, to delegate responsibility to a few club members. Have the club vote on leadership roles once you've had your first few meetings. Remember that all roles are not always necessary. If your club doesn't handle money and only meets to play soccer during the week, you probably don't need a treasurer. President. The club president is the leader and face of the club. The president often runs meetings and makes final decisions. Vice president. The VP usually helps the president with any tasks involved with running the club. Having a vice president may help if the president has a lot on their plate in terms of scheduling events or meeting with larger organizations. Secretary. The secretary takes care of the paperwork and contacts for the club. They might take notes during meetings and send out emails to club members. Treasurer. The treasurer is in charge of keeping track of funds. If your club raises money, for example, the treasurer would establish a budget and oversee any cash flow and banking accounts. 2. Maintain an updated contact list. Keep a list of emails and phone numbers for when you need to communicate with group members. Call or text club members in the event that you need to cancel a meeting or change locations. Consider using social media. Make a Facebook group or club website to post announcements or send messages. 3. Stick to your plan for success. Be consistent with the time and location of your meetings. Expect club members to do the jobs they sign up for, and give them space to do their best. Hold a meeting if something needs to be changed or adjusted. Remain established and active. Keep your eyes open for new members and opportunities to promote yourselves. 4. Work towards a goal. Your club might hold annual fundraising events, or you might be preparing for a special performance. Whatever your goal is, make sure you address it in each meeting. This will help give everyone a common goal to work towards, and members will see a clear purpose for club meetings. 5. Make it fun. The whole point is to have a good time. Set a cheerful and positive environment so that people want to join the club and stay in the club. Keep things fresh by thinking up new ideas and talking to group members about what they would like to do.